Your soulmate is facing a big problem, and it involves you. You must not look away from this moment, because what is unfolding right now is not small. It is not random, and it carries a weight that can shift your path in ways you cannot yet see. I am telling you clearly that your soulmate is standing in the middle of a serious struggle, and the outcome of this situation is tied directly to you, to your choices, to your attention, and to your willingness to stay present. If you ignore this, you may miss a turning point that was meant to bring healing, restoration, and a powerful connection into your life. I am not speaking to everyone. I am speaking to you because you are chosen, and this connection has been placed in your life for a reason that is now beginning to reveal itself. Type Amen if you agree. This is not about chance or coincidence. It is about alignment and timing that has been prepared long before you understood it. The person who carries a deep bond with your soul is facing confusion, pressure, and emotional weight that they are struggling to carry alone. Their situation is not only affecting them, it is creating a ripple that reaches into your life. Even if you have not fully recognized it yet, you may feel an unusual pull, a sudden heaviness, or a quiet concern that does not seem to come from your own circumstances. And this is because your spirit is connected to theirs. I am opening your awareness, so you do not dismiss what you feel, because your presence, your prayers, and your actions are part of the solution I am unfolding. You are not being called to fix everything with your own strength, but you are being called to stand in faith, to remain aware, and to not withdraw when your heart senses that something is not right. There are moments in life when people walk away because they do not understand what they are feeling, and in doing so they miss the very purpose they were meant to fulfill. I do not want you to walk away from this, because this connection carries a blessing that goes beyond what you have imagined. What your soulmate is facing may involve decisions, pressures, or even influences that are pulling them away from truth. And your role is to stand firm, to remain steady, and to allow my guidance to move through you. Before you continue, take a moment to show your faith by liking this video, because your support helps this reach those who are meant to hear it and keeps this light shining for others who need it. You may wonder why this situation involves you so deeply, and the answer is simple but powerful. I have joined your paths for a purpose that includes growth, healing, and a deeper understanding of love that is not based on fear or confusion. Your soulmate is not weak, but they are overwhelmed. And in this moment, they need strength that comes from connection, from truth, and from a presence that does not abandon them when things become difficult. You have been prepared in ways you do not even realize, through your own struggles, through your own lessons, and through the quiet ways I have been shaping your heart. Do not underestimate the influence you carry, even in silence, even in distance, even in moments where you feel unsure. The way you respond now will shape the direction of this bond, and it will either open the door to healing or allow distance to grow where closeness was meant to be restored. I am not placing fear in your heart. I am giving you awareness so you do not miss what matters. You are not powerless in this, and you are not alone in this, because I am with you, guiding you, strengthening you, and showing you what needs to be done, step by step. There is something important you must understand about this situation. Your soulmate may not speak everything they are going through. They may hide parts of their struggle, or they may not even fully understand it themselves. This is why you must stay spiritually alert, because what is hidden in the natural can be revealed through the connection I have placed between you. When you feel that inner nudge, when your thoughts return to them without reason, when your heart feels stirred, it is not without meaning. It is a signal that something is happening and that your attention matters in this moment. If you have felt that pull, that quiet knowing that something is happening, type, I feel it. I stay present. I am not asking you to carry fear. I am asking you to carry faith. Fear will cause you to pull back, to doubt, and to close yourself off. But faith will keep you steady, patient, and open to what I am doing. Your soulmate situation may look complicated, and it may not resolve instantly. But that does not mean it is without purpose. There are layers to this that are shaping both of you, teaching both of you, and preparing both of you for something deeper and stronger than before. You must not rush into confusion or assume the worst, but you must also not ignore what is being shown to you. Balance is where your strength will be found, and trust is where your peace will remain. I am leading you through this moment so that you can grow in understanding, so that you can learn to stand firm even when things are unclear, and so that you can become a source of calm rather than chaos. This is how you will help. There may come moments where you are called to speak, moments where you are called to listen, and moments where you are simply called to stand in quiet support. Each of these moments carries importance, and none of them are small. What you do now matters more than you realize, because it is shaping not only this situation, but the future that follows it. Before we go deeper, I want to pause and speak to you from my heart. Every message that reaches you through this ministry comes from hours of prayer, silence, and pressing into God's presence to hear what He wants to say, not to a crowd, but to someone specific to you. That is not something that happens quickly or lightly. If what you are feeling right now is real, if this word has touched something in your spirit that needed to be touched, and if you want to make sure that tomorrow, when someone else is searching for a sign that God has not forgotten them, this message is still here waiting for them, I invite you to support this work. A cup of coffee is all it takes. The link is in the description and the pinned comment. What returns and what you release in love, there are thoughts, emotions, and outside influences pressing against them, trying to confuse their direction and cloud their judgment. This is why your awareness matters now more than before. Because when one soul feels overwhelmed, the other must remain grounded so balance can be restored. There is a quiet battle taking place in their life, one that is not always visible through words or actions. They may appear distant, distracted, or even different from how you remember them. And this can cause uncertainty to rise within you. But I am telling you not to let appearances guide your heart, because what is happening within them is far more complex than what is being shown on the outside. You must learn to see with deeper understanding, because this is not the time to react quickly or to pull away out of confusion. Right now, in this moment, choose one. Type faith or type fear. Let your fingers tell you where your heart actually is. You are being shaped in this moment just as much as they are, even if your struggles look different. Where they are being tested through pressure and confusion, you are being tested through patience, trust, and emotional strength. These are not small lessons. They are forming the foundation of something that will either stand firm or fall apart, depending on how you walk through this moment. I am strengthening your ability to remain calm when things feel uncertain, because that calmness will become a safe place for this connection to return to. Do not let doubt take control of your thoughts, because doubt will distort what you are sensing and lead you away from truth. When your mind begins to question everything, come back to the quiet place where my voice speaks to you with clarity and peace. That is where your direction will be found, not in fear, not in overthinking, and not in rushing to conclusions. I am guiding you step by step, even when it feels slow, because every step matters in what is being built. There is also something you must recognize about your soulmate situation. They are being influenced by things around them that are pulling them in different directions, and not all of those influences are good for them. Some of what they are facing involves choices that could lead them away from the path that was meant for both of you. This is why your presence, even in quiet ways, is important, because it brings a reminder of truth into their life. You are not being asked to chase them or to force anything into place, but you are being asked to remain open and ready when the moment comes for connection. There will be a point where they will need clarity, where they will need grounding, and where they will need someone who does not react with anger or fear, but responds with understanding and strength. That is where you will stand, not by your own power, but through the strength I am placing within you. This is your moment to choose presence over panic. If you are ready to stop reacting and start responding, type, "I will not be moved." You may feel moments where you want to step back, where the situation feels too heavy or too confusing to carry. That feeling is real, but it is not where your decision should come from. Strength is not the absence of difficulty. It is the ability to remain steady, even when things feel uncertain. I am building that strength in you right now, and it will serve you in ways you do not yet understand. There is also a timing element to this that you must respect. Not everything will happen immediately, and not every answer will come when you want it to. But delay does not mean denial, and silence does not mean absence. Things are moving, even when they are not visible, and your role is to remain faithful during that movement. This is how trust is formed, and this is how deeper connections are built. Your soulmate is beginning to feel the weight of what they are facing more clearly now. What may have once felt like something they could ignore or push aside is now becoming harder to avoid. This is part of the awakening process, where truth begins to surface and cannot be hidden anymore. You must also guard your heart during this time, not by closing it, but by keeping it rooted in truth. Do not allow fear to tell you that everything is falling apart, because that is not what is happening. Things are being revealed, and revelation often feels uncomfortable before it leads to clarity. Stay grounded in what you know, in what you have felt, and in the quiet assurance I have already placed within you. There may come a moment soon where communication opens in a way that feels unexpected. Words may be spoken, truths may be shared, or emotions may come to the surface that have been hidden for a long time. When that moment comes, it will be important for you to respond with wisdom and calmness rather than reaction. This is where the preparation you are going through now will become valuable. I am not asking you to be perfect, but I am guiding you to be aware, to be patient, and to be led by something deeper than your immediate emotions. This is how you will navigate what is ahead without losing yourself in the process. There is something I want to place in your hands for this season. I know what it is like to walk through something like what you are carrying right now, the uncertainty, the waiting, the moments when you need something you can hold on to when words feel distant. That is why I created the blessing cards. Each card carries a declaration of protection, of divine timing, of unbreakable connection written for the ones who are standing in faith when standing is hard. Keep one with you. Place one where you will see it on the difficult mornings. Gift one to someone who is in their own quiet battle. The link is in the description and the pinned comment. Let it be your anchor when the storm gets loud. You are not meant to be shaken by every change. You are meant to stand firm while change takes place around you. There is a connection here that has not been broken, even if it feels strained at times. What you are experiencing is a period of testing and growth, not an ending. But growth requires effort, awareness, and a willingness to stay present even when things feel uncertain. This is where many people walk away, not because the connection was not real, but because they did not understand what was happening. You are being given understanding so you do not make that mistake. You are being shown what is happening so you can respond with clarity instead of confusion. And you are being strengthened so that when the moment comes to act, you will not hesitate or doubt your role in what is unfolding. Stay close to me in this process, because I will continue to guide you through each step. I will show you when to move, when to wait, and when to speak. You are not walking blindly, even when the path feels unclear. Everything that is happening right now is leading towards something that will make sense in time. The problem your soulmate is facing will not last forever, but how it is handled will shape what comes after it. Your presence, your faith, and your willingness to stay grounded will have a greater impact than you realize. This is not just about them, and it is not just about you. It is about what is being built between you through this moment. This is why your awareness must remain sharp. because the next steps they take will begin to reveal what has been hidden inside them for a long time. You are not watching something random happen. What once felt acceptable to them is starting to feel heavy, and what they once ignored is beginning to demand attention. This internal shift is not comfortable, and it may cause them to act in ways that seem inconsistent or uncertain. Do not be surprised if they move closer one moment and pull away the next, because this is what happens when someone is being confronted by truth, but has not fully accepted it yet. You must not let these changes shake your stability, because your role is not to mirror their confusion, but to remain anchored in clarity. If you allow yourself to be pulled into the same emotional instability, then both of you will drift instead of finding direction. I am strengthening you so that you can stand firm while they are finding their way through the storm. This is not a small responsibility, but it is one that you are capable of carrying. Because I am with you, there are also outside pressures influencing them more strongly now. These pressures may come from people, environments, or expectations that are not aligned with truth. They may feel torn between what is easy and what is right, between what is familiar and what is meant for them. This is where the struggle becomes intense, because choosing truth often requires letting go of things that once felt secure. You must understand that this moment is not just about their struggle, it is also about your response. How you carry yourself, how you think, and how you act will either create a place of peace or add to the chaos they are already experiencing. This is why I am calling you to a higher level of awareness, because your influence matters more than you realize. There will be moments when silence feels heavy, when you wish for clear answers, and when you question what is really happening. That is where your reassurance will come from, not from outward signs, but from the quiet certainty that I am guiding this process. Trust is not built when everything is clear. It is built when you remain steady, even when things feel uncertain. If this is the season where you are choosing what is right over what is comfortable, type, I choose truth, even when it costs me. Your soulmate is approaching a point where they will need to confront what they have been avoiding. This confrontation may not be easy, and it may not happen in the way you expect, but it will happen. When truth begins to rise, it cannot stay hidden forever. And this is part of the transformation that is taking place within them. You are being prepared so that when this moment comes, you will not respond with fear or frustration, but with understanding and strength. There is also something within you that is being refined during this time. Your patience is growing, your ability to trust is deepening, and your emotional strength is becoming more stable. These are not small changes. They are shaping who you are becoming and how you will handle not only this situation, but future challenges as well. I am not just preparing you for this moment. I am preparing you for what lies beyond it. Do not allow negative thoughts to take root in your mind, because they will try to distort what is happening and lead you away from truth. When doubt begins to whisper, remind yourself of what you have felt and what you have been shown. There is a difference between fear and discernment, and you must learn to recognize that difference so you are not led in the wrong direction. There may also be moments where your soulmate begins to open up, even if only slightly. Pay attention to these moments because they are important. They may not reveal everything at once, but even small openings are signs that something is changing within them. Respond with calmness and understanding, because this will encourage trust rather than fear. I want to speak plainly for a moment. What you are holding right now, this steadiness, this willingness to keep believing, even when it is hard, that is rare, and it is exactly the kind of heart this ministry was built to serve. If this word has been a companion to you in a season where few people understood what you were carrying, if it has given you language for what you felt, but could not name, consider supporting the work that makes it possible. Buy me a coffee through the link in the description. Not because it is required, but because what you sow in a season of faith, God honors in a season of harvest. Every small act of generosity you release today becomes part of someone else's miracle tomorrow. At the same time, You must not lose yourself in their situation. Your identity, your peace, and your connection with me must remain strong. You are not meant to carry their burden alone, and you are not meant to lose your balance while trying to help them find theirs. Stay rooted in your own strength, because that is what allows you to be a steady presence. There is a purpose in this connection that goes beyond what you can currently see. It is not just about companionship, it is about growth, alignment, and a deeper understanding of what it means to walk in truth. This is why the situation feels intense, because it is shaping something meaningful and lasting. You must also recognize that not every moment will feel clear or comfortable. There will be times when things feel uncertain, when progress seems slow, and when you wonder if anything is really changing. But change is happening even in those moments, and it is building towards something that will become clear in time. Stay patient, stay grounded, and stay connected to me, because I am guiding every step of this process. You are not alone in this, and you are not being left to figure everything out on your own. I am leading you, strengthening you, and preparing you for what is coming next. The situation your soulmate is facing is not the end of their story, and it is not the end of your connection. It is a chapter that is testing both of you, refining both of you, and preparing both of you for what is ahead. How you walk through this chapter will determine how the next one begins. The pressure is pushing them toward a turning point, and that turning point will reveal what truly matters to them and what they are willing to fight for. You must not become anxious as this unfolds, because what is being revealed is necessary for truth to stand where confusion once lived. There is a deep stirring happening within them, something that is breaking through the layers of distraction and denial that once kept them comfortable. This stirring may cause restlessness, emotional shifts, and moments where they seem unsure of themselves. You may notice changes in how they communicate, in how they respond, or even in how they carry their energy. Do not let these shifts confuse you, because they are signs that something real is taking place beneath the surface. Type yes to receive miracles. What you must understand is that this is not just about solving a problem. It is about transformation. Problems come and go, but transformation changes the direction of a life. Your soulmate is being brought into a place where they must confront not only their situation, but also their own patterns, their own fears, and their own decisions. This is not easy, and it is not quick, but it is necessary for what is meant to come next. You are also being asked to rise in this moment, not by doing more, but by becoming more grounded, more aware, and more aligned with truth. Your strength is not found in forcing outcomes, but in holding steady when everything around you feels uncertain. This is where your growth is taking place, and it is shaping you into someone who can handle deeper connection without being shaken by temporary storms. There will be moments when you feel the urge to react, to question, or to seek immediate answers. Your soulmate is beginning to see things differently now. Even if they have not fully expressed it yet, what once felt normal to them is starting to feel uncomfortable, and what they once ignored is now becoming difficult to overlook. This shift is creating tension within them, because change requires letting go, and letting go is never easy when it involves familiar patterns or attachments. You must not take their struggle personally, even when it touches your life. What they are facing is something they must work through, and your role is to support without losing your own balance. This is where wisdom comes in, because support does not mean absorbing their confusion or carrying their burden alone. It means standing in truth and offering stability without becoming overwhelmed. Before we continue, there is something I created specifically for a season like the one you are in. When the words of a message like this touch you, it is easy to feel it deeply in the moment, and then feel it slip away when the hard hours return. The blessing cards were made to hold that feeling in your hands on the days when you cannot find it inside yourself. Each card carries a declaration written for the ones standing at the crossroads of faith and doubt, of love and uncertainty for the ones who are choosing to stay when leaving would be easier. Carry one. Leave one somewhere your soulmate might find it. Let it speak what your heart does not yet have words for. The link is in the description and the pinned comment. Let it find you before you need it. There may be a moment soon where everything becomes more visible, where what has been hidden begins to come into the open. This could be through a conversation, a realization, or a situation that forces clarity. When this moment arrives, it will be important for you to remain calm and centered. Your response in that moment will shape how the situation moves forward. I am preparing you now so that when that moment comes, you will not be caught off guard. You will recognize it, and you will know how to respond in a way that brings peace rather than conflict. This is why I have been guiding your thoughts